They'll be back in the Potomac River this morning. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Today, divers are expected to return to the crash site as they work with the NTSB to begin debris removal, as they also continue this investigation, trying to find what's left of both the helicopter and the regional jet.
Fox's Mark Meredith near where that American Airlines flight collided with the Army helicopter, killing all 67 people in both. More than half the bodies have been recovered.
Overnight, we also learned through the NTSB that they've recovered both the cockpit data recorder as well as the cockpit voice recorder. They also caution it is far too soon to know whether or not air traffic control staffing was at the level needed to prevent a crash or if there was communications issues between the aircraft involved.
President Trump was asked if he thinks the crash is preventable.
I do, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
The president was also getting some criticism from Democrats, suggesting a focus on equity and diversity at the FAA might have been a factor in the crash. When asked why he believes that, the president says common sense. There's another member of the Trump cabinet.
The yeas are 79, the noes 18.
That Senate vote confirmed North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum as the new Interior Secretary, hours after contentious hearings for 3 other Trump nominees.
The fact is, what truly unsettles my political opponents is I refuse to be their puppet.
Tulsi Gabbard faced tough questions about her trip to Syria to meet with a dictator in 2017 when Gabbard was a Democratic congresswoman. She's now up for the director of national intelligence. Her past support for Edward Snowden, the former NSA contractor who leaked classified intel secrets, also an issue. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. sparred with senators a second day as he tries to become a Health and Human Services Secretary. FBI Director nominee Kash Patel took some heat from Democrats over his controversial past comments.
If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI.
America's listening to Fox News.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now. From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter, and I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we're going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fray. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Now, Fox News has learned President Trump has notified some senior FBI officials that if they don't resign, they'll be fired. Days after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth took over at the Pentagon, vowing a return to a focus on warfighting, the Senate Armed Services Committee held a hearing on reforming defense innovation.
Rhode Island Democratic Senator Jack Reed summed up the challenge this way.
Time and time again, we have heard the system is too slow, too rigid, and too outdated to keep pace with the changing world.
While Mississippi Republican Roger Wicker expressed urgency.
We must change the way the Pentagon does business. Otherwise, there's no way we can maintain deterrence.
Witness Shyam Sankar, the chief technology officer at Palantir Technologies, testified that the way defense contractors work also needs to change.
They resemble state-owned enterprises instead of the innovative, founder-driven companies that they once were.
He says the key to improvement is increasing competition and the elimination of bureaucratic red tape. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
As the city of New Orleans gets ready to secure the Super Bowl site a week from Sunday, there's been another lawsuit over what happened New Year's Day.
21 people who were injured or lost loved ones during the New Year's Day terror attack on Bourbon Street are suing New Orleans police, other city officials, and contractors for negligence. The group alleges the city's failure to install columns designed to block vehicle traffic amounts to a blatant disregard for public safety, and notes there were prior repeated warnings about the street's vulnerability. A similar lawsuit alleging negligence was filed earlier this month by 6 other victims, the city and other defendants declining to comment. 14 people were killed and dozens more injured when Shamsud Din Jabbar drove through crowds in a rented truck. He was fatally shot by police during an exchange of gunfire. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising, coming off gains yesterday. The Dow went up 168 points. The NASDAQ rose 49. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee state lawmakers on Thursday gave final approval to a $447 million statewide publicly funded school voucher program. It marks a long-sought victory for Governor Bill Lee. The program takes effect as soon as Lee signs the bill. An investigation by the state comptroller has led to the indictment this week of two women who worked for an Overton County Schools after-school program. According to a press release, investigators allege that Samantha Stevens and Deborah Roddy received at least $22,620 in improper compensation for time they did not work. Two Cookeville businesses have received citations after failing alcohol and tobacco compliance checks conducted by the Power of Putnam and Cookeville Police Department last week. The Roasted Company at East 10th Street and Imperial Vape and Tobacco at 47 Neal Street will appear in General Sessions Court to face consequences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06. It's Friday. It's the last day of January, the 31st.
And it's going to be another rainy day for us today. High close to 60 today, and we're at 56 right now.
All right.
It's rainy.
I'm sorry, Sheila.
I
didn't mean to step on you there.
It's fine. It's quite all right. It's Friday. Oh, now I stepped on you. I'm sorry.
Well, how about that?
My goodness.
I'm going to go now, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. A few things you need to know. Unemployment numbers in the Upper Cumberland, they didn't change much since December. Warren County has a rate of 3.9%. Cannon County is at 3.6, up from 3.3. Clay County sits at 4.6. Cumberland County at 4.5 and DeKalb County at 4.3. We find Putnam here. Putnam is at 3.5. So about the same as it's been here for a couple of months. And we'll be having to watch that to see how that goes with all the other stuff that's going on around here with, Purdue and Bridgestone and now Nissan cutting some too. So we'll have to keep our eye on that.
There's a scam that Crossville Chamber was telling folks about on their Facebook page. Said it's a scam. There's an event that somebody's promoting about having a fall festival.
I saw that.
Fall Harvest Days is what it's called. And they say it's supposed to be in Crossville, $60 for 2 days if you're wanting to be a vendor. That is a scam. Don't give your money to that Fall Harvest Days.
No.
Because it's non-existent. They're just wanting money. It sounds
crazy. Magnolia Granite and Marble down there on Jefferson. Right before you turn into Prescott South Middle School.
Right.
They've been there a good bit of time. I don't know how long they've been there, but they're moving to 728 East 15th Street, and right now you can go and they're having a sale on all their remnants. So if you've got a small kitchen or something like that, or maybe you're making a desk or need a new top for something, that might be some good deals there.
Oh, definitely.
They're marble and granite. And they're good people at Magnolia Granite, too.
And if you got a remnant of some marble, that'd be pretty good.
I'm saying, yeah.
Cookeville Leisure Services, you know how at Cane Creek Park they always release trout. They did that yesterday. 1,500 trout they released at Cane Creek Park. So that's pretty awesome.
It's always fun to watch.
Yeah, TWRA does a good job on that, and they always restock it, and they pull up that big truck and just release that trout. It's crazy to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
Did they put a video out of it or no?
No, just some pictures are what I saw.
All right.
And they were some good posed pictures. But yeah, the video, I've seen videos of it before too. It looks crazy when they're doing that. Lots of trout.
Golden Eagles softballs picked 5th in the OVC preseason poll, and one of their players, Kirby, was named as a player to watch. And big congrats to Tech basketball last night. Both men's and women beat Moorhead.
Oh, that's great.
And the men hadn't done it in like a lot of
tough.
years, and it was a big win for the women for sure, but for the men especially because they hadn't done it in so long. So congratulations to Tech basketball last night.
I always love it when it's a double win too. Putnam County Library next Thursday. It's called VIP. Their Putnam County Library is it's a program for adults 18 and up with developmental disabilities. Each month they create something and learn together, and that's coming up this Thursday. It is a free event. Thursday the 6th at 10 a.m. at Putnam County Library.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol there at their office on, is that Walnut? Yeah, they're behind where Chick-fil-A is. You guys know where the state trooper office is because you slow down real good right there.
Bunker Hill Road.
Yeah, Bunker Hill Road. It's not called, when does it turn from Walnut to Bunker Hill?
I think when you cross over.
Or is that even called Bunker Hill anymore? Or is that just Walnut?
No, I think it's when you cross over. What's the road everything's on? Interstate Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you cross over it.
Into Bunker Hill Road. Huh.
Pretty sure.
I thought it stayed Walnut.
No.
I thought they changed it. Well, anyway.
Oh, if they changed it, I'm late for the count.
We'll have to look. But anyway, Tennessee Highway Patrol, so you can come by and check out their Get Nailed car and talk to a trooper about impaired driving. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. if you'd like to go by there and see the Get Nailed car.
Well, the town of Carthage, they are hiring a police officer position, full-time certified police officer. Benefits include paid vacation, health insurance, and retirement. Applications, they are taking those through today, so you better get on that at the City Hall in Carthage.
Calling all ballet dancers is what it says.
Not belly dancers, but ballet dancers?
Ballet dancers. You can sign up for a master class presented by CPAC, by the professional ballet company Chattanooga Ballet. That's going to be on February 27th. So if you've got any kids in ballet that are taking ballet, it'd be really cool to see how the professionals do it. That's a cool thing that CPAC is doing. You can sign up at cpactn.com.
Putnam County Republican Party is having a Voices of Leadership leader speak. It's coming up next week on the 4th. That's Tuesday. It's going to be at the Putnam County Veterans Hall on East Spring Street. Congressman John Rose, Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter, Sheriff Eddie Ferris, also Vice Mayor from the City Council, Luke Eldridge, Allgood Mayor Lisa Fowler, Baxter Mayor Danny Holmes, and Monterey Mayor Alex Garcia will all be speaking Tuesday at 5:30 at the Veterans Hall.
Okay, that'd be good. That's all I've got for things you need to know, Sheila. Do you have anything else?
That's it.
All right. Your 2 cents is coming up next. That's brought to you by our friends over at Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. From guns to guitars, they got it all for you at Freedom Pond in Sparta.
If you had a yacht, what would you name the yacht?
Oh, golly, I hadn't even thought about that.
I know. Nobody thinks about owning a yacht.
Thought about owning a John boat or two, but never a yacht.
Because you could actually own a John boat or two.
Yeah, I think
but a yacht?
I think I could afford a nice John boat with a trailer. But a yacht, I'm out on.
I haven't even thought of what I would name a yacht.
All right, well, y'all think about that.
Think about it.
And we will too. We'll be back here in just a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Y'all hang out with us.
Discover the savings at Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We're not your typical pawn shop. Explore our extensive selection of jewelry, tools, gaming systems, knives, and guitars, perfect for any enthusiast. For the archery lover, we offer Barnett crossbows and other top brands. And don't forget, we're your trusted guns and ammo store with the best selection around. Visit us today. Just look for the Bigfoot in front of the store and see why Freedom Pawn in Sparta is your ultimate destination for great deals.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Call 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086. Again, 800-906-9086. That's 800-906-9086.
Hey, Tennessee Tech fans, it's your head women's basketball coach, Kim Roseman, and we need you at the Hoop Thursday, February 6th versus SIUE at 5:30 p.m. with Coach Pelfrey and our men's team to follow. Come watch us battle it out on the court and help us secure another home win. Don't miss a moment of the action this season. Get your tickets today at ttusports.com or call the ticket office at 931-372-3940. Let's pack the Hoop and make this season unforgettable. Wings up.
Trust Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Morning, Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. It's 6:18 now. We're live in the Willow Window studio.
Oh, yes. Your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pawn. I hope they continue sponsored with us because...
that's the part where you talk.
Yeah, it's the part where Dana at Freedom Pawn, he will be going, that's Sheila. I know she loves us, but...
Say my name, say my name. Why is Sheila crazy?
She's acting kind of... No, I'm not lazy.
Lazy.
But anyway, Freedom Pawn, they're your gun and ammunition store. The cleanest pawn shop that I've ever seen. The coolest pawn shop. Everything you need. If you need guitars, drums, jewelry, knives, ammo, maybe guns, maybe bow and arrows.
Freedom Pawn.
Maybe golf clubs. They've got it all for
right.
you. Okay. They've got a little bit of everything now. Your 2 cents. If you had a yacht, what would you name it?
Forgot to think about it during the commercial break.
Probably one of my favorites, though. Our friend Matthew, he goes, I'd name it Yacht C, Yucksy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's cute. It's real cute.
Man, I wish I'd have thought of that.
There's some great ones here.
Well, I called my wife Donna. I call her the sweet.
Yeah, you'd name it after her.
Because she's so sweet, you got to say it twice.
I like that.
So I think it might be the USS Sweet.
I like that. And then having a yacht named after Donna.
Right.
That's good right there.
And we could sail the ocean and
Jim, this is good. Naughty Boy, Knotty. How cute is that?
I like that too. Y'all are way creative today.
Let's see. Budget Buster. That's what Belton said. Never named a boat before, but there was only one I could think of, the Jenny. That was from Forrest Gump. Dale said the Mountain Miner. Daddy, brothers, uncles, cousins, both grandpas were all mountain coal miners. So the Mountain Miner, that's cute.
All right.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
a good one.
What would you name your yacht? Robert said, sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only thing better than owning a boat is a friend that owns a boat.
Yes. The friend that owns the boat, that's even the best.
Even better.
Tex said RA retired again.
I guess if you could afford a yacht, chances are that you could afford the upkeep.
Yeah.
Why would you spend all that money on a yacht than not be able to do anything with it?
Well, you wouldn't. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The money pit is what Toby said. That's what it would be too. Jason Bowles said the Titanic. Now, why would you want to name your yacht the Titanic?
I'm trying to think.
He's probably trying to be funny.
I'm trying to think what the judge named his boat on Caddyshack.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because that'd be in the running for me, whatever that is.
Gail said the Minnow. The Minnow would be lost.
Oh yeah.
SS Hillbilly Music is what Johnny Ferguson said.
All right.
Let me see if I got them. I think that's just about all of them. Voyeur.
Oh, from
No,
Star Trek.
Voyager.
Yeah, from.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Voyeur means something so different.
We knew what you meant, Sheila.
Thanks for deciphering for me. And I like Budget Buster and Yahtzee is my two favorites.
Oh yeah, those are great.
So
those yachts. I mean, when they show those yachts on TV, man,
they're beautiful.
Some are just unreal.
Yeah.
And I've never been like out sailing on a yacht, but I've walked past some and been able to look in, and they're unreal.
I just thought of one. The Tennessee Tides.
That's too.
Is it too proper?
No, I don't think you should put Tide.
Tide, not Titans.
No,
Titans.
Tide. Like you make Tennessee Tide. That sounds like you're a Tennessee and Alabama fan.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking of being in the water. Oh, thank you, Jason. That could have been a problematic name.
It's like you're kind of like that new commercial where the Alabama team's getting off the bus and there's an old bus going, "High tide," and the girl next to him was like, "What are you?" It's roll tide.
That's not what I was trying to say.
No, but
at all.
That's what I'm saying. That he didn't mean to be saying that either.
No, he didn't, and
he didn't.
Me either.
Right.
I don't know. Give me some time to think about it.
Yeah.
I was trying to tie him from Tennessee. We could say the Mockingbird because it's the bird of Tennessee.
That'd be a good yacht name.
Oh, I like it. Let's stick with that one.
Okay.
All right.
I'm still thinking.
At least I was trying over here.
It's hard to commit to. Because once you name your boat,
it's a big deal, isn't it?
Right.
And it's going to be on the side of the yacht.
I don't know. Today, by the way, is backward day. It's not the same as opposite day.
No, backward is backward and opposite's opposite.
That's the only anybody get confused.
Mainly me.
Mainly.
Oh, don't we have fun?
Mainly you, Sheila.
It is the end of the week. I've gone a whole week.
It's Friday.
I'm worn out.
That's Sheila's number one excuse for things.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
well, it's Monday.
It's Tuesday.
Oh, well, it's Tuesday. Friday.
Today's also Brandy Alexander Day, and I've never had a Brandy Alexander. Now, I think that's the one that is served hot. Is Brandy is it?
I'm making a face because I don't like.
But
is it a hot toddy kind of?
I'm not sure. I think it's. Because don't they serve a drink where there's a little flame and under it?
Yeah.
And isn't that a Brandy Alexander? I don't know.
Sure.
It feels fancy.
Yeah, I like those.
Very Grey Poupon-y.
I like the drinks where they light them on fire and then they have the smoke coming out.
Yeah, just give me a drink. I don't need all that.
I like all the pomp and circumstance, and I don't even have to drink it. I just want to watch you make it.
Well, I do like the the Tom Cruise, what's that
Cocktail.
Cocktail, where they do all the fancy
Yeah,
spinning.
I can see you doing that.
Oh,
Well, learning first and then doing it.
well, they make a kit where you can learn to do
I'm
that.
surprised you hadn't gotten it already.
It's called Flair.
So it's on your wish list because you know about it and you know what it's called.
And you can buy a kit, and all the bottles are plastic, but they have the same weight.
Oh,
So you can
nice.
learn how to do it before you start doing it with
breaking bottles
with the glass version.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it yet.
Thought about it.
I know, because it's called Flair.
I've learned a little bit about it because I thought it was interesting. All I wanted to do is be able to spin the bottle on my hand. That's all I wanted to learn to do.
Just think, what if you could do that? Impress Donna this
I
Valentine's
never
Day.
bought the kit. I'll never know now.
That's what you should do for a Valentine's gift. Learn how to do that. Make her some drinks on Valentine's Day.
If I had actually bought all the little kits and instructions of things that I wanted to learn how to do,
Ain't no telling
on
how.
a whim, there's
Yeah.
the junk I would have collected by now.
He'd be a ventriloquist that could do cocktails.
Flair,
That had some flair.
yeah.
And what else?
Moonshiner.
Moonshiner. No telling what else. There's probably other things. Race car driver.
Maybe. Today is also International Zebra Day.
Zebras are cool.
Every now and then you can go down here to the exotic sale and get a zebra or a zonkey.
Zonkies are cute.
They are.
They look like a donkey with zebra socks. The ones I've seen anyway.
Today is also National Fun at Work Day.
Yeah, because it's Friday.
Because it's Friday. Why not, right?
Well, it's Friday.
Why not?
Yeah.
Have a little fun at work today.
It's about time.
I feel like goofing off today.
Let's do it.
Today is also National Hot Chocolate Day, Sheila.
That's the kind of hot drink I want.
Now, have you seen, and I don't know if they're new or if I'm just seeing them this past year, especially around Christmas. They're called hot chocolate bombs.
Oh yeah, they've been around a couple of years, but that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put the hot water over them, and you just kind of watch them melt and develop into hot chocolate.
I'd never seen them until this year.
They're cool.
Well, they take forever.
It's the whole process that makes it neat, though. You know how us girls like a lot of flair.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I do know.
Those chocolate bombs are cool. They've got the powder. It's like a chocolate shell, like candy shell. Then you've got the cocoa powder in the middle of that with your little marshmallows and everything too. And then you pour the hot water on it, it melts and just comes all up.
It doesn't taste any different than like Swiss Miss or something.
No, it tastes better. Some of them that I've had, they've got the real homemade
I
chocolate.
thought it was just tastes the same to me.
Maybe you're not buying the right cocoa bomb.
I don't know. It was given to me, so I don't know. Actually, it was given to Donna,
Yeah, gotcha.
but I had some of it, and
There's somebody that makes their own around here locally.
I just didn't think it tasted that much different.
Well,
And what you spend on one hot cocoa bomb, you could have got a whole box of.
Swiss Miss. So
Swiss
you're a
Miss.
Swiss Misser?
Well, really what matters is the marshmallow that you put in there. And if you got a good jar of marshmallow cream, then you got a good cup of hot chocolate.
There's some hot chocolate that hasn't tasted that chocolatey, that it tastes like a little bit of muddy water or something.
Tastes like the box smells.
Yes, exactly. I won't be having that. I'm a little bit of a cocoa connoisseur.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Coming up, Next, it's spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music. So hang out with us here live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee state lawmakers on Thursday gave final approval to a $447 million statewide publicly funded school voucher program. It marked a long-sought victory for Governor Bill Lee. That program takes effect as soon as Lee signs the bill. An investigation by the state comptroller has led to the indictment this week of two women who worked for an Overton County Schools after-school program. According to a press release, investigators allege that Samantha Stevens and Deborah Roddy received at least $22,620 in improper compensation for time they did not work. White County Sheriff Steve Page warning the public about a court date scam. He says someone is calling residents claiming that missed court dates have led to warrants for their arrest. Page said the scammers asked victims to purchase a card to pay for fees to address the issue. Page says not to give these scammers any information if you receive a call. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Tech women improved to 9-2 in the OVC with an 82-73 win at Morehead State yesterday. The Tech women are now 15-5 on the season. The Tech men won at Morehead State for the first time since 2014, beating the Eagles 72-64. The win gets the men to 500 on the season and 6-5 in the OVC. Max Scherzer signed a one-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays for $15.5 million yesterday. Last season, Scherzer only made 9 starts for the Rangers due to injuries and went 2-4 with a 3.95 ERA. Scherzer is an 8-time All-Star and has won 3 Cy Young Awards throughout his career so far. World number 1 golfer Scottie Scheffler made his return to the course yesterday after missing the last month with a hand injury. He shot an opening round 67 at Pebble Beach and trails leader Russell Henley, who shot 8 under par. Join us tonight for 3 high school basketball broadcasts. On YouTube, Upperman is at Stone Memorial. Livingston Academy and Cumberland County square off on the main UCR Facebook page, and Cookeville battles Stewart's Creek on UCR2. All games get started at 6 o'clock. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
UPS shares are losing ground. Its earnings top forecasts. Its outlook for the year, though, is weaker than Wall Street was expecting. Shell is reporting weaker earnings. The oil company's been dealing with weak oil prices and low refining margins. Toyota remains the world's top automaker, even though its global sales dropped 3.7% last year. Toyota sold 10.8 million cars and trucks in 2024. The Federal Reserve took no action on interest rates yesterday. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says he's waiting to see where inflation is heading next. Microsoft shares are losing ground after a disappointing forecast. Meta's quarter was upbeat. The stock is higher. Apple reports earnings after the Wall Street closed today. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. Every day, ZipRecruiter helps people who are actively looking for jobs like yours, so it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Periods of rain and maybe some thunderstorms this afternoon as temperatures climb into the low 60s.
Overnight, the rain will taper off. We'll go mostly cloudy after midnight, down to 41. Be in the mid-50s on Saturday, mostly to partly sunny skies. Then 42 overnight. We'll be in the mid-60s again by Sunday as the warmer weather continues through the weekend.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35 now.
A high close to 60 today. We've got 56 right now. It's going to be a rainy, dreary day, but think of this. It is Friday.
Yeah, so we got that going for us.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, spoiler alert time tonight on Prime Time. Inside the 67th Annual Grammy Awards. So you can
inside it, so it's not
inside.
happening.
No.
All right. That happened.
The Grammy Awards are Sunday.
Oh,
This is
are they?
Inside. This is like a behind the scenes kind of Grammy thing.
Okay.
Outback Opal Hunters.
Opal.
That's on Discovery, a season premiere of that. Is Opal a big deal?
Yeah, it's a beautiful stone.
I know it's a beautiful stone, but I know if like Opal, because they were, I don't know, have they ever been like super in style? Like I know turquoise has. There's a big market for turquoise, but
I think opal. Yeah, there's a lot of women like opal, turquoise, and pearls and opals.
How about that?
Yeah.
On streaming, Tom Green Country.
I won't be watching that.
That's on
I don't
Amazon
think he's that
season
funny.
1. I mean, neither. High Tides. That's on Netflix season 2. You might like that, Sheila. Vietnam, the War That Changed America, is on Apple TV Plus, a series premiere of that. The Eastern Gate, that's on Max, a series premiere of that as well. On Saturday prime time on Oxygen, New York Homicide.
You know I'll be watching that.
Some real uplifting shows this weekend, don't we? Sunday night, it is the 67th Annual Grammy Awards, so you can watch that and go, wonder who that is.
Haven't heard this one before.
Say things that you'd hear your parents and grandparents say. Well, I wouldn't walk across the street to see that.
Yes.
I don't know how many times.
That's what I'm feeling like now, though.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know if
I don't know any of these people.
I would. You couldn't pay me to go look at that.
Yeah.
I remember my grandparents said,
Well, that just sounds awful.
you couldn't pay me to go look at that.
Look at what they're wearing.
You watch an American Bandstand, them like, what?
That's who you like?
Could you imagine it now?
Well, we're getting
Golly.
like that. We're getting to the age where it's
I
starting.
know, but now it's deserving. You know,
Because see, we're old because we think ours was the last good generation. I know.
I'm just thinking, you know, what would your grandparents, what, like, I think,
goodness.
what would either one of my grandpas, my pa or my grandpa,
Right.
said if they saw Doja Cat?
There's no telling.
There's no telling.
No telling.
It wouldn't be
Or
good.
even, and I like this singer, Post Malone.
Oh, what would they
What
possibly?
would my grandparents have thought?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, they were a little, they were kind of freaked out about
Face tattoos.
Motley Crue.
Yeah. And them wearing eyeliner.
Right. Look how normal that is now.
We don't think anything about that now. Well, not as much as face tattoos.
Yeah. I mean, what?
But I do like old Post Malone.
I
He
do
seems like a sweet fella.
Yeah. NASCAR Cup Series Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray. That's on Fox on Sunday. Funny Women on PBS. And on Adult Swim, there's a new show called Common Side Effects.
Common side
That's
effect.
a great name for a new show. That's always the longest list on all those pharmaceutical
Yeah, and it makes you
commercials.
think, why would anybody take that if you've got like,
At the end, I'm like, I think I'll just keep getting a headache.
right. You got 5 pages of the symptoms it causes or the backlash or whatever.
Yeah, they always lose me at explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, you're out, huh?
Yeah. Because if they're starting at that, and then at the end you go, or may cause death.
Yeah.
Like, well,
I'm like, whoa, why would I want this?
you know, I'll just keep being colorblind.
Yeah, I just keep being colorblind.
'Cause I don't know what any of this stuff's for.
I know, yeah, because it's like that long list of
Yeah, by the time they're done
side
with
effects, and then you're like, I
what's this?
forgot what I was even listening to.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul are going to launch a reality series called Paul America, March 27th on Max. The show will have a behind-the-scenes look at their lives, including the lead up to Jake's boxing match with Mike Tyson. That could be interesting. John Mulaney, who we like, Netflix talk show, has a title and a premiere date. Everybody's Live with John Mulaney will launch March 12th.
Got John Mulaney, so talented.
I liked his other live show that he did.
Yeah,
his
he's so
interview
funny.
show. Yeah, I really like him. Monica Lewinsky's launching a podcast.
She is?
Reclaiming with Monica Lewinsky. We'll see the former White House intern talking with guests on what it means to reclaim what has been lost or taken from them. Guests include Alan Cumming, Olivia Munn, and writer Molly Ringwald. The show debuts February the 18th.
That's got some good guests on there.
Yeah. The third and final season of Squid Game will debut June 27th on Netflix. Still have not seen that yet.
I haven't watched the second season yet.
Now, it says that they're killing people. They don't really kill people on that show, right?
Well, it's actors.
Yeah.
And yes. Like you play a game, and how you lose is you lose your life.
But not really.
No, it's actors
Oh,
acting
yeah.
in that.
I got you.
It's not like,
It's for fake.
yes.
Okay. Sean Diddy Combs faces new allegations as federal prosecutors have added 2 new victims to their case against him. So apparently he's now going to be indicted because he transported all 3 women to engage in prostitution.
So they keep finding more stuff?
Yeah, more people keep coming out
Oh, wow.
about stuff Diddy did.
And he's still wanting to, what's it called?
Bail.
Parole,
Yeah,
bail.
they're not giving it to him. Sad story from a guy who was on The Voice, Robert White Maloney. He got into an argument with his fiance, and I guess he just couldn't handle it and
Aw.
pulled out a gun and took his own life over it.
That's like spur of the moment thing, and
Yeah.
that's horrible.
I just hate that. He's a young guy,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever that argument was about sure wasn't worth that.
Not at all.
I mean, that's a terrible thing. I hate to hear that about.
I think he wasn't really thinking. You know, he was just caught up in the moment. And
I guess I don't know. I don't.
makes you think he didn't really want that, and it was just spur of the moment, and then it's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad.
I don't know. I've never been in that mindset. Thank God, where I wanted to harm myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really been in that position, and I don't know what it's like to be in that position. But I can only imagine it's not great. Obviously,
No, not a good headspace to be in.
our prayers are with his family and his fiance. She was right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're telling what that's going to do to her.
I mean, she's
And they may,
reliving it over and over in her head. You know she is.
they may have been having an argument at that particular time, but they were planning on getting married.
Right.
They loved each other at least at
Exactly.
some point.
Mhm.
So anyway, prayers to everyone affected by that. It's 6:44 now. Coming up, a couple stories that are positive and uplifting. We call that the real good. Then round 5 of Ask Sheila. Sheila gets all 3 right. She hits 10 right for the week.
I'm gonna try, y'all, but
That's
you
a
know,
big
getting 3 right, of his questions are not easy.
That's a big deal, Sheila. So that's coming up next. So we hope you hang out with us here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ, wanting to wish you and your loved ones a very happy New Year. We want to invite you to join us for a special new Bible study through the Gospel of Matthew as we read and discuss the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Please be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp now for free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today.
Call us for free information at 1-800-577-2648. That's 1-800-577-2648. Again, 1-800-577-2648.
Join us for A Woman's Heart on Thursday, February 6th. Sponsored by Tennessee Heart, the event will include great dinner, heart health seminar by Dr. Noel Torres, and presentation of the Martin Coffey Cardiovascular Service Award. Learn more at CookevilleRegionalCharity.org.
Looking for incredible deals and unique finds? Discover the Habitat Restore off South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. From furniture and home decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need to spruce up your space, all at unbeatable prices. Plus, every purchase supports Habitat for Humanity, helping families build their dream homes right here in our community. So why wait? Visit Habitat Restore today and uncover treasures while making a difference. South Jefferson Avenue, right here in Cookeville.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Baugh, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance is the largest nonprofit dedicated to ending colon and rectal cancers.
The Alliance has access to the latest trials and treatments. You need the Alliance on your side.
Go to the Alliance. Go to colorectalcancer.org.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Jason and Sheila, we're here live in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:48. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Coming up after 7, Jacob Vinson with Upper Cumberland Reporter. We'll go over some of the high school scores and what's coming up this weekend and tonight. So stick with us on that.
Well, that's right. Yeah, there was games last night as well.
Yeah.
I think. But
There was Thursday night, sweetie. And then isn't there one on Fridays too?
Friday, yeah. Tonight's the night. Upperman and Stone Memorials on Hub Plus tonight.
It's hard for me to keep up because there's so many things going on.
Yeah. All right. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
Earlier this month, Gil Punt of Essex, England, set a record at the Polar Night Marathon in Norway and raised money for charity along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Gil's 54 and a teacher completed the race in 4 hours and 58 minutes and 29 seconds, which set a Guinness World Record for the fastest ice marathon dressed as a mammal. You see, Gil ran the race dressed as a polar bear.
Wow. Now that sounds like it would not be easy to do.
Yeah. I think that's what you need to do if you want to set a world record. Find one that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. That's the easiest way to do it. And then somebody's going to want to top you, but it may take a few years.
Hey, I ran a marathon in 4 hours, 58 minutes, 29 seconds. Oh, that's nice. But
Wearing a polar bear outfit.
Gotcha.
Remember polar bear plunges tomorrow, too, at Meadow Creek Park in Monterey.
Good public service announcement.
Thank you,
Sheila. Now, this was not Gil's first marathon. She's been running races for years and using those races to make money for charity groups that do cancer research in the UK. The record-setting race raised more than $25,000, which brought her total donation to a staggering $2.39 million.
Million with an M. I don't know why I had to do that.
The race was certainly special, both because of the polar bear costume, and because of the low temperatures that were around 7 degrees. So you probably did good wearing the polar bear outfit.
Yeah, you'd want that polar bear
I'm
outfit.
cozy up in
Yeah.
here. She said, I could hear the Arctic wolves howling. It's definitely the most difficult challenge I've ever done. What if one of those wolves would have thought she was a real bear and they attacked her?
Or it may have scared the wolves away. She's standing upright
Right.
in a polar bear outfit. That'd be pretty scary.
Another story here for you. This happened in England as well. There's a choir of 17 singers from 7 retirement homes with the average age of 94.
Wow.
Recently named the world's oldest choir by Guinness World Records.
That's neat.
The choir, calling themselves the Prime Timers Choir.
I love it.
What do you call yourselves? We're the Prime Timers.
Yo, yo, yo. I don't think they said the yo, 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 though.
They did a Christmas concert. They did all the stuff, the Jingle Bells and Silent Night and all that stuff. Guinness.
That reminded me of, was it Lucy on something? She goes, telling Schroeder to play the piano. She goes, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, all that stuff.
A Guinness World Record judge was in the audience, and after confirming the ages of the singers, which range from 87 to 99, the judge was able to certify that the Prime Timers did indeed break the record for the oldest choir.
That's great.
One of the singers, Christopher Huddleston, described the adventure as a great honor and a remarkable day, and pointed out that it was also quite unexpected. He also said, few of us at any age get to have an attempt at a world record, let alone at 90 or more. It's been quite something, he said.
It's been quite something. I think they would be so cool, don't you?
It's been quite something. Really has.
It's been quite something. 94, and I broke a record.
Huh. Spot of tea, maybe. All right, to the Prime Timers and to Gil in the
polar bear outfit.
Y'all are real good. All right, Sheila, round 5.
Let me take a sip of my thinking juice coffee.
Of this week's Ask Sheila. All 3 right, Sheila gets double digits.
All 3 right is really hard, especially for me.
Let's see if any of these...
Is there a theme?
It's kind of these have a lot to do with odds of things happening.
Odds of things happening.
Yeah.
In other words, could be anything again.
The odds of doing this are 300 million to 1. What is it? I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, please.
Our next guest has done this.
Jacob Vinson from Upper Cumberland Reporter.
He's done this.
Oh, wait. He talked about something about 3 weeks ago.
300 million to 1 to do this.
And he was bragging about
He was.
golfing.
Yeah.
Hole in one.
Hole in one. There you go.
That was good.
See?
Thank you.
Helping you out. The odds of this happening to you are 10 trillion to 1.
Being struck by lightning.
No.
That was a good answer. You know that.
It is being struck by something from the sky, but not lightning. 10 trillion to 1. So you got to think how many times has this happened over the course of the Earth being here?
Well, they talk about like a big meteorite coming to the Earth and smashing it.
Yeah.
Is that being hit by like that meteorite?
Yes, getting hit by a meteorite, Sheila.
You said help falling from the sky, and I thought, well, is it a falling star? Is it a piece of? Is it a piece of Boeing? And then I thought, well, that's pretty. That's
a little too soon there, Sheila.
What, Boeing?
Yeah.
Oh, with the other, was that it wasn't a Boeing?
It
was
wasn't, but still.
That's not. I wasn't talking about
golly.
that. No.
I didn't know I was in here working with Dave Chappelle.
And that's. Gosh, I wish. He's got some good money. He's funny. I wasn't making fun of that. That.
I apologize for Sheila and her actions.
I was not making fun of that plane crash. I mean, that was some of our U.S. figure skaters on that. And then the Black Hawk. Never mind. Just take that out of your minds. Go ahead with the next question.
The odds of doing this are 1,023 to 1. What is it?
Is this something falling out of the sky?
No. This are you looking for a hint?
Kinda, yeah.
This happens at the beginning of some sporting events.
Throwing out the first pitch.
No.
Flipping a coin.
Flipping a coin, Sheila.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you got
That's
it.
the answer?
That's the answer. Now, you did real good, but I need you to know that.
You gave me hints on all three.
All three.
But let me tell you how hard they would have been.
Oh, you never would have got them.
Oh, well, thank you, Jason.
Oh, you might have got lucky, but what are the odds of that?
Pretty big odds, I
Get
would
it?
say.
'Cause we're talking about
We're talking about odds. I get it.
Get it?
Thinks I don't get it.
So the odds of doing this, 1,023 to 1, it's flipping a coin heads up 10 times in a row.
Ooh.
I mean, there's no way you would have got that.
I wouldn't have got
just,
the heads up. I
but-
just said flipping a coin, but that's
you know what? That's better odds than I thought you would have if you flipped a coin 10 times in a row and you got heads up all 10 times. I thought that would be way bigger odds than
you did.
1,023 to 1. Yeah.
No, when you're saying 10 times, it's not going to come up on the same side every time.
Well, that's what they're saying, though.
That's why it would be so rare.
Right, but I thought it'd be more rare than that. Is what I'm getting at.
I thought you thought it'd be more common.
No, I thought that 10 times in a row to be able to do that.
You gave really good hints today. Thank you.
I did, didn't I?
You did. You did.
Sure.
I did, didn't I?
You're welcome.
Have y'all noticed every time I get something right, he takes credit for it? With his stupid hard questions.
Well, that's what's fun about it, Sheila. Goodness sake.
I love it because now I realize there's other people out there trying to guess along with me.
Yeah.
And they say they're really hard.
They are really hard. I mean, no one's supposed to get any of these. I mean, they're.
It's the hint. It is the hints that help me, so thank you.
Who would have gotten any of these? I don't even think.
I'm surprised even when you give a hint that I get them.
I don't even think like Ken Jennings, you know, the Jeopardy guy would have
This
got.
has nothing to do with smarts. It's just about odds.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically guessing. Yeah, you are.
And I'm guessing every time. I don't actually know any of this.
Jacob Benson is up next. We'll talk high school basketball in the Upper Cumberland, girls and boys, and we'll talk probably a little bit about the Super Bowl as well.
That's next weekend.
Maybe some college basketball. Sports in general.
Yeah.
With Jacob Benson coming up in just a minute. So hang on here. Good morning, Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB, Cookeville.
They've recovered more than half the bodies. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and divers will look for more in the Potomac River this morning.
Our arms are extended in unlimited compassion, care, and love.
That's from a vigil in Wichita, Kansas, where that American Airlines regional plane took off from before the mid-air collision Wednesday night near Washington, D.C. with an Army helicopter, killing all 67 people on both.
As you mentioned today, we expect divers to return out to the crash site. We had patrol boats out there all night long, keeping an eye on this wreckage, and they're even going to start trying to remove some of this debris.
Fox's Mark Meredith says they've recovered black boxes from the plane.
One possible factor they're looking at is whether or not there was adequate staffing at the control tower at Reagan National at the time of the crash.
President Trump says he thinks the crash was preventable and got criticism from Democrats suggesting diversity and equity programs at the FAA might have been a factor.
I have common sense, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. We want brilliant people doing this.
The president also told reporters in the Oval Office that tomorrow he'll carry out the threat he made before taking office again.
I'll be putting the tariff of 25% on Canada and separately 25% on Mexico.
He cites big trade deficits with those countries. Trump critics warn consumers will end up paying for those tariffs with rising prices. Fox News has learned President Trump has notified some senior FBI officials if they don't resign, they'll be fired. This after a contentious hearing for Kash Patel, the FBI director nominee, with Democratic senators pressing him on past controversial comments and if the president will target his opponents.
You can say whatever you want about me. If I'm confirmed, bring it on. But you will not denigrate the men and women of the FBI that saved this country.
Tulsi Gabbard faced tough questions, too, at her hearing to be director of national intelligence.
For too long, faulty, inadequate, or weaponized intelligence have led to costly failures.
America's listening to Fox News.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
It's time now to throw out your overpriced big wireless contract, throw it overboard with a qualifying plan of just $45 a month. You can choose a free iPhone 14 or free Samsung Galaxy. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, 25 gigs of data, mobile hotspot. You get all of it. Also, they use the same 5G network. So get your free iPhone 14 or your Samsung Galaxy. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now from Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
We mentioned the hearings scrutinizing the Trump nominees to lead the FBI and Director of National Intelligence. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. sparred with senators for a second day, defending his nomination to be Health and Human Services Secretary.
Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy asked Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to tell American mothers that measles and hepatitis B vaccines are safe and do not cause autism. Kennedy said he would do so if Cassidy could show him the data.
I know the data's there.
Well, then I will be the first person. If you show me data, I will be the first person to assure the American people that they need to take those vaccines.
Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul defended Kennedy's skepticism.
No, there isn't proof. There isn't proof that the vaccines cause it. That's true. There isn't proof that it causes it. But we don't know what causes it yet, so shouldn't we be at least open-minded?
Kennedy insisted he is not anti-vaccine. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Hours after those hearings, another Trump nominee was approved with a lot of Democrat support.
The yeas are 79, the noes 18.
That vote paves the way for Doug Burgum to be Interior Secretary. Burgum, North Dakota's governor who ran for president in 2024, becomes the 8th Trump cabinet member confirmed. Now, the Interior Department is the one carrying out a Trump order to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And Google Maps says that it will comply to make the change.
But Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum has sent a letter to the company saying Google can't arbitrarily change the name, and she argued the rest of the world will keep using the name Gulf of Mexico. Google has said Gulf of America will only be visible in the U.S., but Gulf of Mexico will remain in Mexico. Jill Nato, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could rise this morning. Both futures for the Dow and the NASDAQ are up more than 100 points after gains yesterday lifted the Dow 168 points. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee state lawmakers on Thursday gave final approval to a $447 million statewide publicly funded school voucher program. It marks a long-sought victory for Governor Bill Lee. The program takes effect as soon as Lee signs the bill. An investigation by the state comptroller has led to the indictment this week of two women who worked for an Overton County Schools after-school program. According to a press release, investigators allege that Samantha Stevens and Deborah Roddy received at least $22,620 in improper compensation for time they did not work. Two Cookeville businesses have received citations after failing alcohol and tobacco compliance checks conducted by the Power of Putnam and Cookeville Police Department last week. The Roasted Company at East 10th Street and Imperial Vape and Tobacco at 47 Mill Street will appear in General Sessions Court to face consequences. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here live in the Willow Window Studio, 706 now.
Jacob Vincent is with us from Upper Cumberland Reporter. Jacob.
Good
morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jacob. A good weekend so far in high school basketball around the Upper Cumberland. An upset and a shakeup in the top 5 in girls basketball. What happened?
Yeah, well, Tuesday, right after we did the show on Monday, White County went on the road to Smith County and ended up losing on a last-second shot by Chloe Collins. So Smith County, a big win for them, and they've kind of been right on the outside of the top 5 these last couple of weeks.
Smith County has?
Yeah, Smith County has. White County was up at number 2 after our show on Monday, and then so we'll see. You'll have to tune in this coming Monday to find out how far they drop, you know. So, but no, it was a really big win for Coach Farrell and Smith County because they've had a good, solid season so far. Just hadn't really done enough to get into the top 5, and that win kind of puts them back.
The signature win.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Were they just back and forth all night and staying right head to head?
Yeah, I think White County had a lead for most of that game, but it wasn't more than 4 or 5 points most of the game, and it was a lower scoring game. I think it ended up being 49-46.
Wow. Two great teams.
Yeah, and for White County, that's a team that scores a lot of points. So defensively, it was a really good game plan for Coach Farrell on slowing them down. And then we actually posted the clip on our Facebook page of the last second shot. Great play drawn up. She was wide open and nothing but net on it too. Wow. So it was pretty cool for Smith County, and it was one of those bigger upsets. And I mean, that's not to discredit Smith County at all. It's just White County's a really good basketball team. So it was one of the bigger upsets that we've seen this season. And it kind of caught us off guard a little bit.
Well, sure. I'm sure it's caught a lot of people off guard because after White County beat Upperman, it's kind of like, well, White County's the team to beat now. I mean, they beat Upperman.
That's right.
And Upperman's been the standard bearer and still are for high school girls basketball in this area. So you get a win against Upperman, that puts you into the upper echelon of what you're doing. Almost puts a target on your back.
Yeah, no, it's White County's played some really good basketball this year, and we still expect them to be one of the top teams in 3A and a good chance to go to the state tournament alongside Upperman as well. So it's not necessarily a bad loss for White County. Obviously, it's one that they would love to have back, but it's a non-district loss, so it doesn't hurt them in terms of the postseason. And they get to DeKalb County tonight, which they should be able to bounce back pretty easily in. So it's for Smith County, it's great for them, and they've got some good momentum.
Who do they play?
They get Jackson County tonight, so that'll be a pretty big one for them.
Yeah. Jackson County girls, they're historically been a really good basketball team. Haven't heard much about them this year.
Yeah, the last few years compared to what they had done in I don't know, last 10 years or so, they've kind of dropped off a little bit. But then just in these last 2 years, probably, they've started to make some nice strides, and they've got a good team this year. And they've been competitive. This district with York, Jackson County, Smith County, Monterey, and Watertown is the most competitive that it has been probably since they had formed those 5 teams together. Watertown was not great last year. They're really solid this year. They already beat Smith County once this year. York is still the top team in that district, and now they get Reese Beatty back, who just came back this week.
And that's the big news of the week.
Yeah. And I mean, she's the top player in the state. So anytime a team gets the top player in the state back, it's
a pretty big deal.
Yeah, well, and they were 14-5 without her as well, and they played a really tough schedule. So that's, I mean, they were number 5 without her on our UC top 5. They very well could move up quite a bit.
And she's fully recovered and ready to go.
From everything we've seen, she had 19 against Monterey, 23 against Stone Memorial on Tuesday. And so she's already playing some good basketball. And we kind of expected her back in February. So she's even back maybe a little bit earlier than what we were expecting. So she's getting 3 full weeks of the regular season. And she didn't have to come back. I mean, she's going to Iowa State next year. She's going to have an NIL deal. She did not have to come back and finish out her senior season. So it's really a tip of the cap to her. And they could go win a state title.
Well, that's probably why she came back then. Yeah. I mean, I would. I mean, she obviously loves the school and loves where she's from. So, well, that's all good news. So tonight, a slate of games on the UCR family of networks. Who all is where?
Well, the one you guys that'll be airing on Hub Plus and on our YouTube channel will be Upperman and Stone Memorial. Big one on the girls' side for Upperman. They really dismantled Stone Memorial the first time around, and we'll see. And Stone's been trying to kind of pick up the pieces throughout district play. They're still trying to figure some things out, but that's a dangerous team just because of some of the pieces that they do have. And then on the boys' side, it's really for the district for the number 1 seed because Upperman has already beaten Stone Memorial. If Stone beats Upperman, then they still have a chance for that 1 seed. So, but if Upperman wins, they essentially wrap it up, assuming they take care of business in the rest of their games. So that's a big one on our YouTube channel tonight. On our Facebook page will be Livingston Academy and Cumberland County. That's a really big one on the girls' side because that's essentially for the 3 seed on the girls' side. And obviously, it's only the 5th game into district play, so there's still 3 games after these ones.
Things could still change.
Yeah, absolutely. Or 4 games after these ones. So there's a lot that still could change, but some pivotal games coming up tonight. And then on the boys' side, Cumberland County is 2-3, which was very unexpected for us. A very young team, a new head coach. Didn't have a great non-district record through the regular season, and they've already got 2 district wins. So Livingston Academy is going to have to be ready for them tonight on our main UCR Facebook page. And then UCR2, Cookeville, and Stewart's Creek. Those are both big ones for both girls and boys. For the girls,
they have implications when it comes to.
So the girls, they're undefeated right now. Stewart's Creek only has 1 loss, and so if the
Cookeville girls are undefeated
in district.
Okay,
yeah, yeah. But they've got.
Why am I just now hearing about that?
They've got 3 losses on the regular season, but those were all back in December. So they're on a 9-game winning streak. They're our number
still phenomenal.
Yeah, they're our number 1 team in the UC top 5.
Really?
Yeah, that's a really good basketball team.
Well, that's fantastic.
It's kind of funny because I was actually talking about it with Goose and Noah the other day, coming back from the games on Tuesday. You go through the list of teams that realistically could win a state championship, And I think there's like 5 teams between girls and boys that could realistically bring home a gold ball just from the Upper Cumberland.
Wow.
And 3 of those on the girls' side. And I would put Cookeville in that if Bradley Central wasn't in the 4A classification, because that's kind of an unfair team right now. And they have been for about the last 2 years. So, but no, I mean, Cookeville's number 4 in 4A right now. And so, I mean, they've absolutely got a chance to make the state tournament. But it starts with beating Stewart's Creek tonight, who has a little bit of size and gave them some trouble last year when they played at Stewart's Creek. So they'll have to take care of business tonight. And then on the boys' side, they've got a really good chance to bolster their spot as the number 2 seed in district play right now. I mean, it's been an impressive season so far for Cookeville on the boys' side.
I think everybody thought that maybe the boys would be, down quite a bit this year with the changes and the graduation of some of the really, really great players that they had last year. So I thought that was kind of the consensus. Cole's going to be down. Probably blah blah blah. Great season.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's they're sitting right around 500, but they've played really good basketball, and especially here late, and now they're 4-1 in district play, and they get a Stewart's Creek team that's going to challenge them. I mean, the thing about this district, and we talked about it, I think, last week or a couple of weeks ago, it's so competitive. I mean, Laverne just played an 0-4 team, and it was like a 4-point game, and Laverne's the number 1 seed right now. Cookeville lost to Laverne only by a point. Every single game that Cookeville has played in the district has been decided by 11 points or less. I mean, it's been super competitive.
They really had to grind them out.
And 3 of those were all one possession games as well. So they finally had a couple of wins that weren't one possession games.
Stressful.
Oh my gosh. That's I was texting Coach Hill before their game against Lebanon. I go, I hope for your guys' sake it doesn't come down to the last possession.
Oh my gosh.
They ended up winning by like 13, I think it was.
So
fortunately they're having some stress-free wins these last couple of games.
That's good. They need sound like they need a few so they could
more
with Jacob Vincent from Upper Cumberland Reporter coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Please hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Drive into 2025 with some ridiculous savings from Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. We need to sell off our remaining 2024 inventory, and we are doing everything we can to make it happen. Get up to $9,500 off 2024 F-150s, up to $11,000 off 2024 Expeditions, and even up to $15,000 off 2024 Lincoln Navigators. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnCookeville.com.
Safe firearms storage saves lives. That's why the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security is offering free cable locks to help Tennesseans secure their firearms. Learn where you can request your free cable lock at SafeStoreTN.com. That's SafeStoreTN.com. Brought to you by the Department of Safety and Homeland Security, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-Window-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville.
Willow Window, making your home beautiful again.
Hey guys, it's Philip Gibbons for Carlin Chevrolet. Aren't you tired of being sold a car by the other guys? And once you leave the lot, the dealership acts like they don't even know you anymore? Well, at Carlin Chevrolet, they're not in the business of just selling cars. They're in the business of making you family by having the #1 customer service in the Upper Cumberland for over 10 years and lifetime oil changes. Carlin Chevrolet on the corner of Spring and Willow or carlinchevrolet.com. Carlin Chevrolet. Upfront, honest, home.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will.
How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Identity Theft Awareness Week is here. There's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second and will fix identity theft guaranteed or your money back. Plus, plans include the $1 Million Protection Package with up to $3 million in coverage for the most comprehensive plan. Take control of your identity with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
We're Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio at 310 Newman Drive here in Cookeville. Garage doors, they got them. Custom window treatments, they got them. Inside doors,
they got them.
They got them. And of course,
doors.
Windows.
Yeah.
They got windows. Get more information at willowwindow.pro. It's 7:20 now.
Well, we thank Jacob for being with us on this rainy, dreary Friday. But hey, it's Friday. That means there's a lot of games coming up tonight, too. Jacob Vinson with Upper Cumberland Reporter.
Yeah, Friday's always a good day.
Oh, yeah.
There's usually some pretty good games. Obviously, we just talked about some of the big ones that we've got tonight. So we like Friday.
I remember being in high school, and those Friday night basketball games are always so much fun to go to. Basketball and girls basketball especially has always been pretty good around here, and so there's always been something fun to root for. So Friday night football is great,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But there is here in the Upper Cumberland, like I tell you, you go spend a Friday night at Livingston Academy.
Yeah.
It's a different. It's different, and so I don't know why basketball's our thing. Football's fun. Basketball's our thing.
That's what. Whenever I first came down here, I was doing a lot of the Pickett County games, and I was like, oh, this kind of feels a little bit like Indiana, just the small town, small gym feel. Everybody comes out for them, and then you start to realize that that's a lot of these towns around here and a lot of these schools around here is they're filling up the gyms for the most part, and and so it's a lot of fun. And I mean, you said it too, girls basketball, and we just talked about it. I mean, we realistically could have 3 state champions across 4 classifications.
All right, so explain how that would work and who these teams are that you're thinking.
So Pickett County, they're the number 1 team in 1A right now. They won it last year. They did lose Callie Reeder, who ended up transferring to Cookeville, which was a big boost for Cookeville. So the depth-wise is not there for them, but they're still really, really good. And, I mean, honestly, the favorites to win 1A right now, just because they did it last year, returned a lot of the pieces from that team last year, and so we'll see what they can do. Clark Range will have a little something to say about that in the district tournament and the region tournament as well, but that is still to be determined. And then in 2A, York Institute has Reese Beatty back. She's the best player in the state. They were already a really good team, and so we expect them to make a nice deep run in the 2A state tournament. Smith County could be right up there, and obviously they just beat White County, so they've got the potential to do some big things, and they made the state tournament last year as well. And then we think Upperman and White County both can make the state tournament. Both of them could win a state championship, and so I mean,
that's five just on the girls' side.
Yeah, right. And I would like to throw Cookeville in there, but it's really hard to. They can make the state tournament. I don't want to say it's impossible to beat Bradley Central, but it's dang near impossible to beat.
Well,
Bradley
nothing's
Central.
impossible, but I mean, I get it. What you're saying is
you're taking on a team that recruits and all that. It's makes it a little bit more.
What do you mean they recruit?
It's Alcoa football.
Oh yeah,
it's run a similar way.
Same. Oh
yeah.
Boys, what about them?
Yeah, I mean, Upperman's the clear favorite right now in 3A. And they've got the big one tonight with Stone Memorial to kind of bolster that. Ty Cobb is special. He scored 87 points last week in 2 games. He had 45 and 42 in 2 games.
Wow.
And then they didn't play Tuesday. So
and here's the thing, too, that, in watching some of these Upperman games, it's not that he's ball hogging and taking every shot. It's not like he's very team player, but somehow ends up with the ball in his. I mean,
well, he's the best player.
Well, I know that. And I know that all the other four guys are trying to get him the ball as well. They know.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's out there being LeBron and hogging the ball.
I mean, he's shooting 58% and he's scoring 28 points a game. So he's doing it at a very efficient pace. He's like 41% from three and then 80% from the free throw line. So
all the other players are like, tie the ball.
Yeah, get him the ball.
Exactly. And then even that, he averages about 4 assists a game as well. So he's going to put you in good spots to finish it either at the basket or an open look, whatever it is. So
I imagine toward the end of the game, he could just be an assist machine because I imagine he's getting double teamed every time he gets to the ball.
Yeah. I mean,
I would be if I were the other coach.
Yeah, I mean, he does a really good job of working off the ball as well to get open. When he does get double teamed, he's able to find, like you said, the open teammate on the opposite side, wherever it is. And I mean, he's just on a special run right now, and that's what makes this matchup so fun tonight because Cade Caps is averaging 31 points a game. They're both going to be should be Mr. Basketball finalists.
Memorial's main dude, right?
Yeah. So and so they should both be Mr. Basketball finalists. I don't think it's any secret that we're going to nominate them both to be Mr. Basketball finalists because they should be, and so they're going to be squaring off tonight. And
by the way, also both of them have some of the coolest names in local high school sports, right?
Yeah, Ty Cobb and Cade Caps.
I mean, that's pretty cool. You can't. I mean, it's hard to beat that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So they deserve it.
Absolutely.
Just name alone.
Just name alone.
Yes.
They deserve to be in there. And now you can watch that game tonight on Upper Cumberland Reporter's YouTube channel. You can also watch it on Hub Plus, whether you're watching it through the free Roku app or you're watching it on channel 192 on Twin Lakes or Spectrum. Who's calling that game?
That'll be Noah. He'll be on the call for that one.
Always Noah.
Yeah. No, he'll be there. I'll be with Cookeville, and Casey and Jack will be in Livingston.
Always Noah.
Not Noah.
We try to keep the chemistry with the teams, and so the listeners that are normally listening to those games get used to them a little bit.
I understand. That makes sense.
We try to keep it together a little bit.
All right, let's do a quick little. Now we know who's going to be in the Super Bowl. I think we knew that the Chiefs were going to be in it no matter what. But the Eagles and the Chiefs, who do you, I mean, you could say who you think based on play is going to win, but based on everything that you know about the NFL and who's playing.
Yeah, it's hard to really go against the Chiefs in that aspect of it.
It's almost anticlimactic.
Yeah, and they are a really good team. You can't take that away from them because I mean Patrick Mahomes, he is a generational talent.
Yeah,
he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean all that kind of stuff. So it's and then obviously they got Kelsey. Pacheco can run the football. They've obviously got the pieces. There's a reason they have a chance to three-peat. Have they been aided along the way? Probably.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. When you start having success, you're going to get the whistle a little bit more than maybe some of the other teams, just because that's just how it works.
Sure.
I mean, any sport, any team that wins, you're probably going to get the whistle a little bit more.
I want to like them because I think their stadium's cool. I think their fans are cool. I like the coach.
Yeah, I like Andy Reid.
It's not the Chiefs' fault that they're getting these calls.
It's really not.
It's not the Chiefs' fault that they show Taylor Swift constantly. It's not their fault. So I'm trying to put that past.
Yeah.
You're trying to put it in perspective.
So because I want to like them. They seem like good, fun people. That I don't think I could hang out with Patrick Mahomes' little brother. He seems like a terrible person.
Yeah.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
But Patrick doesn't.
So that I got to get past Patrick Mahomes' brother to like this team, and I don't.
It's gonna be a little tough, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, and then
it's not Patrick's fault that his brother's like that.
No, it's not.
Or is it?
Well, I mean, maybe he could go to his brother and say, "Hey, why don't you
Tone it down a bit.
chill a little bit?
Yeah.
You're annoying.
Have a talk with that little brother.
You're annoying. you should stop." But anyway, it's going to be the Chiefs. I think that's pretty well predetermined. So
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a blowout or anything. I think the Eagles present a pretty good challenge. Obviously, I mean, they can run the football as well as anybody. I mean, you got Saquon Barkley. That line has always been really good.
That guy's a stud.
Jalen Hurts played really, really well in the NFC Championship game. So I think it'll be a really good game. And I mean, they probably are the top two teams in the NFL. You could probably throw the Lions in there and the Bills in there as well. So, and obviously the Lions just got upset on the way to the NFC Championship game. But I mean, I obviously the playoffs work out the way that they work out for a reason. So I think these are the best two teams, and it should be a pretty good game.
Quick college ball. Tennessee's dropped a couple.
They got a shooting problem.
Yeah. They've gone cold.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not the end of the world.
No, I mean, that's the good thing about the SEC is it's an absolute gauntlet. So you can drop a couple. And I guess technically they've dropped them to the right teams other than Vanderbilt. That one's not the best looking loss, but it was on the road. But you're always going to have chances to pick up good wins because you are in the SEC. So they do need to shoot the basketball and have maybe a little better shot selection.
Yeah.
Maybe don't shoot as many threes and get the ball inside.
It's made you really miss Dalton Connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how good is that kid playing for the Lakers?
He's awesome.
Somebody put together a Dalton Connect highlight reel from the Lakers, just the last game, and it's nothing but swishes. I mean, his shot has gotten even prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a thing of beauty.
I didn't think it could happen, but it's even prettier watching him shoot that ball in the NBA.
Isn't it funny to look back at that draft class as well, him and Bronny James, and kind of seeing the differences between both playing time and
poor old Bronny
scoring.
can't shoot a bit.
Poor
old Bronny.
Hey, he played well in the G League though.
Yeah, watching Bronny James looks like how I imagine what I would look like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a guy that averaged 0.4 points a game at USC. That was like 9 and 19.
That'd be me,
so
but
it's
in
not,
church league.
Yeah. Right.
Jacob, man, thanks so much for being here. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you tonight on UCR. What game are you calling?
I'll be on UCR2 with Cookeville and Stewart's Creek.
All right, sounds good. Be flipping back and forth between all those. You can find Upper Cumberland Reporter on Facebook and find out where all the games are going to be. 7:31, Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee state lawmakers on Thursday gave final approval to a $447 million statewide publicly funded school voucher program. It marked a long-sought victory for Governor Bill Lee. That program takes effect as soon as Lee signs the bill. An investigation by the state comptroller has led to the indictment this week of two women who worked for an Overton County Schools after-school program. According to a press release, investigators allege that Samantha Stevens and Deborah Roddy received at least $22,620 in improper compensation for time they did not work. White County Sheriff Steve Page warning the public about a court date scam. He says someone is calling residents claiming that missed court dates have led to warrants for their arrest. Page said the scammers asked victims to purchase a car to pay for fees to address the issue. Page says not to give these scammers any information if you receive a call. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The Tennessee Tech women improved to 9-2 in the OVC with an 82-73 win at Morehead State yesterday. The Tech women are now 15-5 on the season. The Tech men won at Morehead State for the first time since 2014, beating the Eagles 72-64. The win gets the men to 500 on the season and 6-5 in the OVC. Max Scherzer signed a one-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays for $15.5 million yesterday. Last season, Scherzer only made 9 starts for the Rangers due to injuries and went 2-4 with a 3.95 ERA. Scherzer is an 8-time All-Star and has won 3 Cy Young Awards throughout his career so far. World number 1 golfer Scottie Scheffler made his return to the course yesterday after missing the last month with a hand injury. He shot an opening round 67 at Pebble Beach and trails leader Russell Henley, who shot 8 under par. Join us tonight for 3 high school basketball broadcasts. On YouTube, Upperman is at Stowe Memorial. Livingston Academy and Cumberland County square off on the main UCR Facebook page, and Cookeville battles Stewart's Creek on UCR2. All games get started at 6 o'clock. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
The Hendersonville man who's accused of shooting his neighbor's cat with an arrow and killing it is due in court today. 61-year-old Richard Coombs was arrested earlier in January and charged with animal cruelty. Police searched his property and found arrows that matched the one that hit the cat. Coombs is scheduled to appear in court today. He will face up to 6 years in prison and $3,000 in fines. An employee at the FedEx Forum accused of stealing her coworker's identity. Memphis police says 22-year-old Brenda Taylor, who worked at a concession stand at the arena, stole the victim's debit and credit cards, driver's license, and social security card. The victim told officers she had more than a dozen unauthorized charges worth over $600. Investigators say they reviewed surveillance footage that showed Taylor reaching for the victim's purse last month. She was arrested Wednesday on several theft charges. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing puts a bigger smile on my face than cooking up a big meal for family and friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in America who are struggling with hunger. These children, that's 1 out of every 5, often have to skip meals because there's just nothing to eat in the kitchen. Yet there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food produced right here in America to feed every last hungry child. If only there was a way to get it to them. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids and their families all across our country. But they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America at your local food bank and at feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Tennessee among the states with very high flu activity, according to the CDC. They say cases have jumped from 18 to 25% week over week. Tennessee and 13 other states are at the CDC's highest tier of flu activity. The CDC says influenza A is responsible for most of these cases. Most flights from Nashville to Washington, D.C. were canceled Thursday after an American Airlines plane and an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided midair. The crash happened Wednesday night as the AA flight was about to land at Reagan National Airport. 67 people are believed to have died. Several flights have been canceled as a result, and passengers with affected flights were able to reschedule at no additional cost. A Memphis man accused of placing a newborn baby in a dumpster appeared in court. Authorities say 45-year-old James Booth Jr. put the infant in the trash behind a gas station on East Shelby Drive Monday. That's after a 16-year-old girl said to have been in a relationship with Booth gave birth to the child at a home on Teak Rock Lane. Bond for Booth was set at $250,000. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Periods of rain and maybe some thunderstorms this afternoon as temperatures climb into the low 60s. Overnight, the rain will taper off. We'll go mostly cloudy after midnight, down to 41. Be in the mid-50s on Saturday, mostly to partly sunny skies. Then 42 overnight. Will be in the mid-60s again by Sunday as the warmer weather continues through the weekend.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400
Good
The
morning,
Hub.
Cookeville. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:38 now.
It's a rainy Friday, but hey, it's Friday. We're in a beautiful showroom.
That's right.
So
It could be a
pretty
lot
happy.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Today's our Doodle Day.
The Doodle Day. I love that. Doesn't that sound fun?
That's why we
And
turn.
it always is.
Yeah, so turn Fridays into Doodle Day.
Turn it up.
So, because I'm trying to do good on my diet, and then I think if I wait till if I can just get to Friday.
Yeah.
If I can just get to Friday.
Behave, all the rest of the week. And that is your, like your fun time.
My treat.
Your treat.
Yeah.
I think my diets have gone better when I save one day for a treat, a special treat that I want.
Yeah.
Doodle.
The doodle. It's happening. So that's exciting. Now, I do have some breaking news. Well, it's not necessarily breaking. It's more of some investigative news.
Okay. I'm interested in what this is.
Groundhog's Day is Sunday.
Oh, that's right. That's the 2nd of February.
Well, there's several different groundhogs that are throughout the country.
Right.
Well, the NOAA, the government weather people, they started going through and looking at all the groundhogs to see which one has been the most accurate on predicting when spring gets here.
Okay.
Now, if I ask you just right now, you'd probably say
Puxatawny Phil is what I would think, because he seems to be the most popular.
right. He's for
Maybe
sure.
he's been around longer than the rest of them.
He's for sure been the most popular.
He's the most dapper one.
But the most accurate weather predictor of the bunch was found in Staten Island Chuck. Staten Island Chuck, who accurately predicted the arrival of the spring 85% of the time.
Oh, Chuck, he's a good one.
Staten Island Chuck. Number 2, predicting it right 80% of the time, is the groundhog in Georgia. That's Georgia's General Beauregard Lee.
I've heard of him.
I've heard of him too.
And I like that name. He sounds very official.
Number 3, it's 75%. It's a Wyoming prairie dog statue.
A little prairie dog.
Statue.
Not even a real dog.
Named Lander Lil, 75%.
So was he, is that just a statue of a prairie dog that was like
I have no idea.
a dog day?
No idea. Coming in at number 4, predicting the correct start of spring at 65%, is a mythical West Virginia groundhog named Concord Charlie.
He sounds official. Concord Charlie.
Also is 65%, but coming in at number 5, Illinois has Gertie the groundhog.
Oh, is that a girl?
I don't know, but Gertie comes in at 65%.
So we're down to number 5 now, and I haven't even heard of Puxatawny yet.
The most famous weather predicting groundhog, Puxatawny Phil, comes in 17th place.
Oh, no.
Having predicted the weather accurately just 35% of the time. So wait, there's 12 more groundhogs that predict the weather before we get to Puxatawny Phil?
I didn't realize this.
I didn't know it was like that.
So how did he get so famous? You think it's because he's a little more dapper?
I don't know, or maybe he was the first groundhog and everybody else is like, well, we're getting us a groundhog too.
We're getting us one.
If they can have groundhog, we can have groundhog.
Yeah.
And
That sounds more like Georgia, round our parts.
And then went out and caught them one. Well, I mean, we got all kinds of groundhog around here.
I wonder why Tennessee doesn't have. I mean, I don't know of one. Do you? That if we have one?
Maybe there's somewhere. Maybe, I mean, we don't know what 12 of them are.
Yeah.
You know, it's worth a Google, is what I'm saying,
Right,
to
yeah.
find out. But we may have one already. If we don't,
We need to find one because I mean,
don't.
there's groundhogs all around.
Why are we just sitting around doing nothing?
Living off of Puxatawny Phil up there.
When we could be having our own groundhog. Can't you see it now? Randy Porter in a top hat.
Yes, I can.
With a tuxedo.
I'd love it.
Asking a groundhog when spring's going to come to the Upper Cumberland.
I would love that.
I'd watch the heck out of that.
Yeah, I would too. I'm thinking, does Tennessee have a groundhog
I mean,
for Groundhog's Day?
how great and how much fun would that be up at the square?
We can make a whole thing of it.
We could, I mean, knock it out. Have a big time. Have something down at Dogwood Park. We could do it down at Dogwood Park. They've got that stage.
Yeah.
And then if it was raining or bad or something, we just move it right into CPAC.
Chattanooga Chuck.
Chattanooga Chuck.
Who knew?
I wonder if he made the list.
He was a famous groundhog who made predictions at the Tennessee Aquarium.
So he's not there anymore.
It said was.
He died.
I'm trying to find out. He made a first prediction in 2010 and became well known for his predictions. He appeared on CNN.
What?
Was featured on the Weather Channel's top groundhogs to watch. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe that even exists.
I don't even know what happened to him. Now I got to look up what happened to Chattanooga.
What happened to Chattanooga Chuck? Tonight on ID.
I love that name, Chattanooga Chuck's really
Well, then we'd have to figure out a name.
Cookeville.
Kevin? No. Oh, that sounds bad.
Cookeville Charlie.
No, I don't know. We'd have to think on that. There's a lot of thought that's going to have to go in this. We got a year.
We got a year.
Well, we probably really only have 6 months. Well, we got to tame that groundhog. We can't have Randy Porter sticking his hand in a box with a wild groundhog.
Oh, Chattanooga Chuck died in his sleep November 11th, 2019.
Oh.
At the age of 10 and a half years. He was almost 11 years old.
A poor little out for Chattanooga Chuck.
Tennessee Aquarium's woodchuck.
Man. Oh, it was a woodchuck, not a groundhog?
It said Tennessee Aquarium's Groundhog Day woodchuck. But that could be just somebody saying that.
Okay.
I'm sure it was a groundhog.
So there's the news. If you really want to know when spring's coming, it's comes out of Staten Island, their groundhog. And then that begs the question, is Cookeville, Putnam County,
We need one.
do we need one?
I think we do.
I think it's worth the shot. If nobody else
Could you
is
imagine?
doing it,
And Randy takes it home, and it lives at his house.
like it
for a
lives
year.
at Randy's house.
Yeah. And we'd go visit.
Right.
We'd go visit and feed him, make sure it's taken care of. Check up on a Randy, make sure he's taking care of the woodchuck. Is a woodchuck and groundhog the same thing? It just depends on which part of the country you're from as to what you call
He must
it.
not be listening.
He would have already texted.
He would have already.
He would say, "Don't bring no groundhog to my house."
He might be thinking it's a good idea before he texts.
Now, because I can see Randy loving to wear a top hat. I mean,
That's
that
what
would
I'm
be his
saying.
occasion to wear it.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe even a monocle.
I would love that. Couldn't you see Randy that?
100%.
Doing that?
Yes.
His little tuxedo and his monocle and top hat.
Yeah. I think this is all really good plans, especially now that we know Puxatawny Phil ain't nothing.
Right. 35%
And
right.
That's not even.
My
That's
goodness.
not even Hall of. I mean, you're not going to get in the Groundhog Hall of Fame like that.
No, it seemed like even Chattanooga Chuck did better than Puxatawny. Puxatawny.
Yeah.
I want to call him Puxatawny.
All right. Well, there you go. It's Groundhog Day coming up Sunday, and I wouldn't even bother with Puxatawny Phil.
No,
No.
he won't even be right anyway.
7:47. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We'll be right back.
The gas industry makes gas smell. We do it on purpose, to let people know when gas is present. If you smell gas in your home, call the gas department immediately, day or night. Then, after you call, don't flip any electrical switches or light matches until the serviceman has inspected your home. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it was there for Marcus when he lost his job, and Keisha when she turned 26 and lost her parents' insurance, and Elena when she went off Medicaid. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov today to see if you're eligible to enroll. Limited time to enroll. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If you have automotive needs, Dependable Auto Sales and Service along with Colonial Automotive would love to help you. Whether it's towing or service, body shop needs, are you ready for a new car? We have everything you need, including the financing, including the warranties. It doesn't matter what it is, DAS is on your side. Please come see us at 1575 Interstate Drive right here in Cookeville, 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-7355, 24/7 at dasautosales.com.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. We were talking to Jacob about the Super Bowl. Didn't even mention our big Super Bowl party.
You better not forget about that. It's going to be a good one. We'll give away lots of prizes, too.
Tons of prizes. It's at Honky Tonk National, and that's in between Sparta and Smithville. It's super nice in there.
Nice.
I can't wait. And
Good food, too.
Good food, good drink. They're going to be offering some food and drink specials, so should keep you happy and full for the whole game. I mean, an unbelievable amount of prizes from a Blackstone Grill from our friends at Landers Trade to Predators tickets in the Lexus Lounge and dinner at Rippy's while you're there.
Rippy's is good.
So, I mean,
you ever been to Rippy's?
No, I
It's
haven't.
really good. It's great food.
So a lot of great prizes all throughout the game, and no score pick'ems or anything like that. We're all too old for that mess. So we're just going to draw out names.
And have fun doing it.
Have
Giving
fun.
away stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to go through the trouble of writing my name on stuff.
Draw out tickets. We're going to give them
Yeah,
tickets with the numbers on it.
I don't know.
We don't even know if we have that
We
yet.
may just have you put your name down.
We got a week to do that.
Right, yeah. So, but still plenty of prizes to win. So we'd love for you to come out for that and hang out with us and take advantage of this really cool place that we've got here in the Upper Cumberland that seems like it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's not that bad, though. I went out there on a Monday night, and it was fine.
Well, I'm excited about it because it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun next Sunday.
Yeah. Starts at 4 o'clock, and me and Sheila will be out there, and the Country Giant crew, Kiss crew, Eagle crew, from all the radio stations. So all the great local personalities that we have on the Cookeville communication stations will be out there, and be a great time to get to know them and them get to know you as well. So should be a great night at Honky Tonk National for the, we can't call it Super Bowl party. It's
the big game.
Big game bash.
Big game bash.
Is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
With Honky Tonk National and Landers Trade. It's 7:53 now.
Yeah. Monday, we've got Cookeville Mayor Lauren Wheaton coming in, so that's going to be fun.
I could, you know what? Back to the groundhog thing. I bet Lauren would be a good groundhogger.
Oh, you know what? I don't know of any woman that actually announces their groundhog of the city.
Yeah.
Wonder because Lauren, she could wear a top hat and look cute, but I want her to have her own thing.
Yeah, she'd need her own thing.
Like, maybe she can wear like Pamela Anderson. She was in. Listen,
what
now
are you,
this is
what
the
are you
new.
doing?
No, this is the new thing that she did in Paris. She was at
Okay.
Paris Fashion Week, and you know.
Because I just don't, I didn't
I
have
know,
a
to have
Pamela
Lauren-
Anderson, Lauren Wheaton.
But you know, she's classy
conversation.
looking now. And she had this really nice black outfit on, and she had a little, what do you call it, resonator hat on with a little bit of what's it?
Sunglasses?
Not sunglasses. It's a netting that went over her eyes.
Oh.
I thought it looked really cool.
Okay.
I could see Lauren looking fancy like that.
I thought you were going to have her in a
No, that was the old Pamela
swimsuit
Anderson
running
days.
in slow-mo. Like, it's a little too cold in February
Lauren
for
would
that.
be real cute with that, but she's more classy.
Okay.
And we would have her in the outfit with a little resonator hat and her little mesh netting.
I gotcha. Okay.
Looking
All
real like dapper too, really beautiful, saying this is Cookeville Charlie or something. I don't know. We have to think of a good name for our groundhog.
Maybe Thomas, because Thomas Cook.
Yeah. Or wasn't his name? Well, the Putnam County was named after a guy named, but it was another guy that was Cookeville was named
I
after.
think it was Thomas Cook. Or I'm making that
We
up.
could have Cookeville Cookie.
Oh no, I don't like that either.
You don't like it? I'm just throwing it. We're brainstorming here about what, since
like
Groundhog's Day is this Sunday,
I don't
what
like
a Cookeville groundhog would be named.
I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like Cookie though. That's
okay. You don't like it?
No.
It has to be a boy groundhog.
Well, I doesn't have to be. I don't guess. How are we gonna know?
Somebody's got to look.
I mean, they're not gonna show. We're not gonna make anybody show us. Show us.
Show us if it's a girl or a boy.
I don't need to get
Well,
that
I need to
intimate
know what
with
I'm
the
gonna-
groundhog.
Okay. Yeah, I don't either. And I've heard they stink.
They're not
They're kind of musky, aren't they?
Yeah,
But like heavy musk.
and they're real greasy eating too.
They look cute from afar, though, when they stand up on their little back legs.
Yeah. But have you ever eaten one? Have you
No,
ever
I ain't ate a groundhog.
Oh, they're greasy.
Why would I eat a groundhog?
I don't know.
They seem like they'd be gristly and greasy.
I got a couple people in my family love groundhog.
Really?
Yeah.
They like that greasiness?
They'll go hunt them and eat them and the whole bit. And
Well, at least they don't let them go to waste.
yeah, but we never like.
Sorry, that's for all the animal lovers.
My mom, I said, well, why don't we have? You know, I'd ask, why don't we do that? You know,
What was your mama
these
say?
people are, she went, "Shoo, they're greasy.
I love it.
So
They're crazy.
So then when I had some, I was like, oh,
Mama was
she's
right.
These are greasy.
Your mom is always right.
Now, I'm sure there's a way to cook them, just like there's any. I mean, it's how you cook anything. You know, it's like even deer meat. If you go up and someone's cooking their deer meat and it's not done the way it should be,
Right.
it doesn't taste great.
It doesn't. It tastes real gamey. It tastes tough.
But you get somebody who knows what they're doing, it's some of the
great
best
meat.
tasting stuff
Yeah.
on earth. So I imagine the same would be.
You think would be groundhog? I don't know if it would
Maybe
be.
groundhog's better in the stew.
I wonder, since it looks like a groundhog, you know, little beavers. I wonder if anybody eats beaver tail.
Yeah, I think so.
You
I
think?
yeah.
Is there there's not much meat on that.
Seems like I saw something on one of the outdoor shows where they
People
did.
do eat it?
Yeah. Like,
Beaver jerky?
I don't know.
Beaver tail jerky?
I don't know, Sheila. I don't know.
I wonder if it's greasy like a groundhog.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't even know how we got on this.
Well, you're the one who took us to Beaver. We were talking about groundhog.
Well, they look alike, kind of, except that groundhogs don't have a flat tail. They have a little furry, cute, short tail.
Tonight on Hub Plus, you've got Upperman Stone Memorial. It's going to be a big game. Jacob was just telling us about, and if Upperman wins, they'll be the top seed probably. And so you can watch that game on Hub Plus tonight. People have asked, you know, how do I find Hub Plus? If you have Roku, move over to search, click OK, and type in HUB space Plus. It's yellow. It's round. There's a microphone, and it says Hub Plus on it. Download that, and you'll be able to watch all these shows we're telling you about, plus on demand.
I like that we finally have that to offer too.
The Randy Porter episode of the Randy Porter show that aired yesterday afternoon has Jim Jolly from Texas Roadhouse on there.
Oh, nice.
It talks about how they got to Cookeville and all that stuff. It's a really good interview that Randy Porter did with Jim Jolly from Texas Roadhouse. I missed Cookeville Lifestyles. I didn't see who they had on with.
Oh, they had. Is his name AJ from Workout Anytime? He's also does a segment in Cookeville Lifestyles where he does the gifts.
I think that's right.
Or RJ. It's RJ.
RJ, that's right.
RJ.
Anyway, that is also on demand as well if you want to download the Hub Plus app for that. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and stay dry today. Get you some rest over the weekend. Bunch of sick going around.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB.